What's up Boost Culture fam, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got something truly special lined up, a bike that carries decades of legacy yet pushes it straight into the future. This is the 2025 Harley-Davidson Sportster, a machine that promises to balance raw attitude, modern engineering, and that unmistakable Harley soul. So buckle up, because we're diving deep into what makes this year's Sportster one of the most exciting middleweight cruisers in the game. As soon as you walk up to the 2025 Sportster, it's clear that Harley has dialed in the design language to perfection. From the front, it looks aggressive yet purposeful. The LED headlamp sits neatly within a blacked-out housing that gives it that muscular street stance. The handlebars are slightly lower and wider, putting you in that classic ready-to-ride posture. The front forks are thick and inverted, and when you see that 120mm front tire hugging the pavement, you can almost feel the grip before you even start the engine. Harley didn't just give us a pretty face, it's a design that looks ready to pounce. Moving to the side, the silhouette screams pure muscle. The new Sportster keeps its low-slung profile but with sharper lines and a more sculpted tank that flows seamlessly into the seat. The tank features a subtle yet powerful Harley badge that feels both modern and vintage at the same time. The blacked-out engine casings and exhaust system contrast perfectly with the metallic finishes on the tank and wheels. The exposed frame hints at that stripped-down, custom vibe Harley fans love. It's a reminder that this bike still honors the simplicity of its roots, while being refined enough to compete with anything in its class. From the rear, the 2025 Sportster looks compact and tight. The minimalist LED taillight setup keeps things clean, and the short fender adds to the bike's tough, street fighter persona. You'll notice how the rear suspension sits slightly tucked, giving the Sportster that slammed stance without sacrificing comfort. The twin exhausts exit with authority on the right side. They look mean and sound even meaner once you hit that ignition switch. Speaking of ignition, let's talk about the heart of this beast, the engine. Harley-Davidson has once again gone with the Revolution Max 1250T engine, a liquid-cooled V-twin that's both modern and insanely capable. It cranks out around 121 horsepower and 94 pound-feet of torque. That might not sound like superbike numbers, but trust me, on a bike that weighs just over 500 pounds, that's more than enough to plaster a grin on your face every time you twist the throttle. The power delivery is smooth but instant. It pulls hard in every gear, and that low-end torque is addictive. You don't have to rev it to the moon to get performance, it just wants to move from the moment you roll on the gas. What's even more impressive is how the bike handles. Harley has clearly tuned the chassis and suspension for real-world riding. The inverted front forks and adjustable rear shocks work beautifully whether you're carving through city streets or cruising on the highway. The riding position feels natural, slightly forward but never cramped. There's enough ground clearance for spirited cornering, and the bike feels stable and planted even when you push it hard. The 2025 Sportster also packs modern tech, something older Harley fans might not be used to, but new riders will definitely appreciate. You get selectable ride modes like Road, Sport, and Rain, along with cornering ABS, traction control, and a full-color TFT display that replaces the old-school gauges. It's sleek, easy to read, and gives you everything from fuel data to gear position and navigation. Harley didn't go overboard with the tech, it's there to enhance the ride, not distract you from it. Now let's talk performance on the road. The engine note is classic Harley, deep, throaty, and confident, but with a modern smoothness that feels refined. When you launch it, the torque hits immediately, and you'll be at 60 miles per hour in around 3.5 seconds. The throttle response is crisp, and the 6-speed gearbox shifts with precision. Whether you're cruising at low RPMs through town or blasting down an open highway, the Sportster feels balanced, powerful, and incredibly alive. Fuel economy sits around 49 miles per gallon, which is impressive considering the performance, and the 3.1-gallon tank gives you a decent range for weekend rides. Braking performance is also solid thanks to dual front discs and a responsive rear setup that provides strong, progressive stopping power. Now, on to price. Harley-Davidson has positioned the 2025 Sportster smartly. The base model starts around $13,999 in the US, but depending on trims and color options, it can climb closer to $16,000. For what you're getting: a performance, design, tech, and that Harley badge. It's a solid deal in today's cruiser market, competing against bikes like the Indian Scout or Triumph Speed Twin. The Sportster holds its own with its distinctive character and unmatched road presence. After spending time with this bike, here's the real takeaway: the 2025 Harley-Davidson Sportster isn't just a motorcycle, it's a statement. It's Harley proving that heritage and innovation can coexist. You can feel the DNA of the original Sportsters from the 50s, but everything about this version is sharper, smarter, and faster. It's not just about riding, it's about attitude, confidence, and freedom rolled into one machine. So if you're the kind of rider who wants classic looks with modern performance, and you crave a bike that feels alive beneath you, the 2025 Sportster deserves a serious look. It's more than just a Harley, it's the next evolution of the American motorcycle icon. That's it for today's review, Boost Culture fam. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more real-world reviews, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming rides. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you pick the new Sportster over the Indian Scout or Triumph Bobber? Let's hear what you think. Until next time, ride safe, keep boosting your culture, and I'll catch you on the next one.